Hey guys, it's Schwasty. So earlier this week, DICE brought out update 4.2 for Battlefield 2042, and in traditional DICE fashion, they've broken something. More so, the spawns on the new Discarded map. So if you don't know, Discarded was a map that came out with Battlefield 2042 at launch. Like a lot of the other launch maps, it wasn't very good. It was quite open and it just encouraged camping and vehicle spam. Wasn't really a fun experience, so it was the last map that they did a major overhaul on. I think that's all of the game maps done now. I could be wrong. But yeah, so DICE has reimagined all of the base maps that have come out. Kind of kept the feeling the same, but they've moved around objectives. They've tightened things up a bit in this case to try and make it a bit more balanced for everybody. As usual, they have neglected Breakthrough. They seem to only care about Conquest mode and they design all of their maps around that. If you want to see why, just stay tuned to this video because I'll explain more. So in the gameplay that you're seeing on screen at the moment, this was my first time playing Breakthrough on the reworked map. I did play a round of Conquest before this, and I decided it's quite late in the evening, I'm not going to try and be sweaty, I'll get the DXR out because I very rarely snipe in this game. And after capturing the first two objectives, there wasn't really much going on at that stage, I hadn't really gotten many kills. I decided why not jump up onto the roof of this building where I am right now, and I can give my team a bit of Overwatch. Now, I'm aware that this playstyle is the Bushwookie tactic. If you don't know what a Bushwookie tactic is, I first heard it back in Battlefield Bad Company 2, back in 2010, I believe. To break it down, it's somebody who uses a sniper rifle on a advanced game modes, for example like Rush or Breakthrough, where you've got to push forward through the map. They basically just stay in their spawn and they snipe towards the attackers. They don't really get in there and they don't really help. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing in this case, but I tried to help out my team a bit more by restricting the area of movement for the enemy. I want to make a lot of noise and I want them to be afraid of the sniper to restrict their movement and allow my team to push in. At least that's the excuse I'm giving myself in this case. And you know, it's not exactly the worst position up here. I mean, the enemy does have a lot of foliage in the way that gives them a natural cover, but I can still see some areas, and I believe I'm still able to help the team out by getting the occasional hit marker, just slowing the enemy down a bit. But you'll see in a moment, right, when I respawn after I ran out of ammo, I rush forward and I help capture the objective. But when I respawn, we've moved on to the next objective, and this is where the map is broken, and you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, so after I respawn, I decide to go back to the second place and see what kind of Overwatch I can offer the team from here. It puts me a little bit further away from the enemy, so I decide to give it a go. And what I see is quite frankly stupid. So the enemies down in this little area here, they don't really have much cover other than these couple of rocks here. They haven't provided pretty much anything for the defenders to use as cover. And as you can see in this clip, I'm just abusing this. I'm just getting so many kills that I should not be. The enemy are spawning and immediately I've got full line of sight on them. They have nowhere to go. I mean, I don't think it really helps their case because they're just kind of standing there. They haven't really got anywhere to go. They're trying to defend as good as they can, but the attackers have a lot more cover and concealment and technically a height advantage too. The defenders, just no way I can see a defending team holding this point against an even semi-competent attacking team. Now, I'm not trying to say that the defending team here is doing a fantastic job and there's nothing they can do about it. They could definitely play this a little bit smarter. I mean, you'll see in a lot of these clips, I'm scoring headshots from guys that just keep jumping back into the same vehicle over and over. And it's the same 2 or 3 players every time. They don't seem to learn their lesson that there's a sniper aiming right at them and they're going to get shot in the head. But sure, look, if that's the way they want to play the game, then I'm not going to stand in their way and I appreciate their sacrifice. Now, I'm not sure if this has been highlighted in the Battlefield 2042 community already. I know some people on the 2042 subreddit have brought up that in Conquest, one of the flags around the ship, I think it's D, when you spawn there, you actually spawn out of bounds and you've got like 8 seconds to run back in. You only get 10 seconds to live. So if you're not aware and if you're not running in the right direction, you're just going to die and there's nothing you can do about it. But I feel like even that will get patched out pretty quickly, if not done so already. But on Breakthrough, it doesn't seem to get the same amount of love and attention as Conquest. I mean, I play in Australia, so I'm on OCE servers. The community is already pretty tight. I mean, I see the same players over and over and over again. So when you restrict yourself to just one mode like Breakthrough, like I do mostly, I don't really play Conquest too much. That's a very fragile community of people. And if they're not enjoying it, if they're noticing that they're getting killed by these poor design choices and glitches, then they're just going to leave, and it's going to take forever for everybody else to find a good server to join because there's still no server browser. So I just have to queue up and hope I get put into a full game that's not about to end in about 5 seconds. Like, if I'm queuing up for Breakthrough for too long and it keeps just putting me into an empty server that's not populating, it's not getting the required 16 people it needs to start a match, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to turn off the game and I'm just going to play something else because I don't enjoy this game enough that I'm willing to stay around for 30 minutes while that slowly ticks up, because I'll just drive myself mad. I'll go play something else instead. But at the end of the day, it's really down to what did I expect from DICE at this stage. They haven't exactly shown a level of competency. We've been lucky to get one map per season. In previous games it was 3 or 4, so we're already let down in that regard. I shouldn't have been expecting them to do a good job here. I mean, the game has been out for 18 months now, and they've finally only gotten around to finishing all of the base maps the way that they should have been. And even so, I don't even think they're actually properly testing these before they push them out, because it was very obvious to me the first time I played Breakthrough that you could abuse this spot. I'm surprised that it didn't get picked up, or maybe it didn't, they just didn't care because it would take too much work. Either way, it's not a great experience for players jumping into the game after being told, oh yeah, the game is great now, you know, DICE really got their shit together and fucking sorted everything out and it's a really, really good Battlefield game now. And then they load into the first match of, you know, discarded Breakthrough that shows up, and this is the experience that they're getting. They're just getting spawn killed. And that just leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth for the future of this game, if this is what we are to expect from something that has supposedly been reworked. I guess even one new map and one reworked map per season is too much for this skeleton crew that DICE has left behind. They've most likely been given a deadline of when they need to have this out by, and that just leaves QA lacking. So yeah, I don't think DICE did a great job here. I won't be playing this discarded Breakthrough custom mode anymore. I'll play it if it comes up in random Breakthrough selection, but I won't go looking for it. At the end of the day, they had Conquest in their hearts when they designed this rework, and I suppose that's where this map is going to shine. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I've got time for. We did end up losing this match. That's probably partially my fault for being a bushwookie. I did get about 40 kills or so. You'll see it at the end of the game. If you're wondering why I have a yellow and red bar throughout the end of this match, my wife was watching Netflix inside, and that's completely fine by me. I'm in here playing my game. Even with the latency, a lot of my targets are standing still, so it's pretty easy to score a kill at the end of the day. So, rant over. Guys, if you liked the video, leave a like and maybe comment down below what do you think of this discarded rework, and are you enjoying it? I'd love it if you could subscribe to the channel too, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.